Is your favorite team ready for a deep playoff run, or are they still figuring things out in the preseason? This is the time when teams lay the groundwork for success, and the stakes are higher than you think. The NBA preseason is more than just warm-up games. It sets the tone for the entire season. Players work on their conditioning, coaches test different lineups, and rookies get their first real taste of NBA action. It's where we see key storylines emerge, from veterans shaking off rust to young stars looking to make an impact. How teams handle these preseason games often gives us early clues about their chemistry and readiness for the real challenges ahead. Lakers. LeBron James is about to enter his 21st season, and all eyes are on how he'll gel with Anthony Davis and the new faces on the roster, like Gabe Vincent and Christian Wood. So far, their preseason performances hint that the Lakers are fine-tuning their lineup to manage LeBron's workload throughout the season. This preseason is giving them a chance to test different combinations, especially in preparation for Davis taking on a larger role. The question remains, can they use this season to make another deep playoff run? Their chemistry will be the key, and the early signs are promising. Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks made one of the most exciting moves this offseason by trading for Damian Lillard. His partnership with Giannis Antetokounmpo is already creating buzz in the preseason. We're seeing adjustments in the rotations as the Bucks try to maximize their two superstars' time on the floor together. Lillard's leadership has brought a new dynamic to Milwaukee, and the early games show flashes of a duo that could be one of the best in the league. If this chemistry continues to develop, they could be serious contenders for the championship. Denver Nuggets. As the defending champions, the Denver Nuggets are facing high expectations. The biggest challenge? Maintaining their dominance without Bruce Brown, a key bench player from last season. So far in the preseason, we've seen Nikola Jokic continue to dominate, but the real test will be whether their bench can fill Brown's absence. The team looks sharp, and while the competition is stiff, their preseason games suggest they haven't lost their edge. The big question? Can they keep their momentum and push for back-to-back titles? Oklahoma City Thunder. The Thunder have a lot of buzz this season with the return of Chet Holmgren. After missing his rookie season due to injury, Holmgren is now back and ready to pair up with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, one of the most dynamic guards in the league. Add in the playmaking of Josh Giddey, and OKC's young core looks more promising than ever. So far in the preseason, Holmgren has shown flashes of his potential as a versatile defender and scorer, giving the Thunder the depth they need. The big question is whether this group can take the next step and become serious playoff contenders this season. Orlando Magic. The Orlando Magic are another team on the rise, led by last year's Rookie of the Year, Paolo Banchero. His partnership with Franz Wagner is looking even stronger as they develop into a formidable duo. Their preseason games have shown the team experimenting with different lineups, trying to find the perfect rotation to maximize their young talent. This season could be the one where Orlando takes the leap from rebuilding to competing, especially if Banchero and Wagner continue their growth. The pieces are starting to come together. Could this finally be the Magic's breakout season? Houston Rockets. The Houston Rockets are banking on their young stars like Jalen Green, but the real game changer for this team might be the addition of veteran coach Ime Udoka. Udoka is bringing structure and discipline to a team that's been in rebuilding mode for a few years now. In the preseason, we've already seen improvements in how the Rockets are defending and moving the ball. Udoka's presence is clearly shaping their identity, and the Rockets are no longer just a group of talented individuals. They're starting to look like a cohesive team. The question is, can Udoka's leadership fast-track this rebuild and get the Rockets back to competing sooner than expected? Victor Wembanyama, San Antonio Spurs. Victor Wembanyama is arguably the most anticipated rookie in years, and his preseason debut has already turned heads. Standing at 7 foot 4 inches with guard-like mobility, Wemby has shown his ability to impact both ends of the floor. In just a few games, he's displayed incredible shot blocking, solid footwork, and the ability to score from anywhere on the court. While he's still adjusting to the NBA's physicality, his preseason performance hints that he could be the game changer the Spurs need to get back to relevance. The real question is, can Wemby live up to the massive expectations and lead San Antonio into the next era of success? Scoot Henderson, Portland Trail Blazers. With Damian Lillard gone, it's clear that Scoot Henderson is the future of the Blazers. From what we've seen so far, Scoot is wasting no time stepping into a leadership role. His preseason games have shown flashes of his dynamic playmaking and scoring ability, fitting perfectly into Portland's new system. While there will be growing pains, especially for a rookie taking over a rebuilding team, Scoot's explosive speed and vision make him someone to watch closely. The big question for Blazers fans is, can he carry this team and turn them into contenders down the line? Amen Thompson, Houston Rockets. For the Houston Rockets, Amen Thompson is part of a young core that's beginning to take shape. In the preseason, we've seen Amen's versatility. He's been effective both as a playmaker and a defender. His adjustment to the NBA seems to be going smoothly, thanks to his high basketball IQ and athleticism. While he's still raw, his flashes of brilliance suggest that he could be a critical piece for Houston moving forward. With the team's recent development under coach Ime Udoka, the question is, can Amen help this young Rockets squad make a leap this season? Chris Paul, Golden State Warriors. At 38 years old, Chris Paul is entering a completely new phase of his career with the Golden State Warriors, a team known for their quick pace and ball movement. The preseason has been all about seeing how CP3 adapts to this unique system. So far, we've seen some intriguing moments as he shares the floor with Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson. Paul's experience is adding another layer of intelligence to an already smart team, and we're seeing subtle adjustments in how the Warriors are rotating their lineup to make the most of his skills. The real question for fans is, can CP3 finally secure that elusive championship in this new role, or will his age catch up to him? James Harden, Philadelphia 76ers. James Harden's situation with the Philadelphia 76ers is one of the most unpredictable storylines heading into the season. Harden's future with the team remains uncertain, and the preseason has given us glimpses into where he stands with the organization. His performances, combined with the internal dynamics between him, Joel Embiid, and new coach Nick Nurse, suggest that tensions are still present. Harden's stats in these early games are solid, but the bigger question looms, is this Harden's final year in Philadelphia, or can the team resolve their differences and make a deep playoff push? Injury comebacks. Zion Williamson. All eyes are on Zion Williamson as he looks to stay healthy for a full season. After battling injuries for most of his young career, Zion's preseason performances have shown promising signs of conditioning and explosiveness. If he can maintain this form, the New Orleans Pelicans could be a serious threat in the West. But the big question is, can Zion stay on the court and fulfill his immense potential? Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, LA Clippers. The LA Clippers have been dealing with the load management saga for years, and this season is no different. Both Kawhi Leonard and Paul George have struggled with injuries, but the preseason has raised hopes that they might finally be ready for a full season. The Clippers' title hopes rest on these two staying healthy, but can they keep their stars on the floor when it matters most? Coaching changes. Nick Nurse, Philadelphia 76ers. After leading the Raptors to a championship, Nick Nurse has taken over a 76ers team that's been dealing with internal tension and playoff struggles. Nurse's championship experience could be exactly what the Sixers need to finally break through. But with James Harden's uncertain future and a reshaped roster, can Nurse bring immediate success to this troubled franchise? Ime Udoka, Houston Rockets. Ime Udoka is tasked with transforming the Houston Rockets from a rebuilding team into a competitive force. Known for his defensive-minded coaching, Udoka has already started shaping the Rockets' identity in the preseason. The question is, can Udoka fast-track this young team's development and make them a threat in the Western Conference sooner than expected? The NBA preseason gives us an early look at what we can expect from both top contenders and rising teams. From injury comebacks to new rookies making their mark, there are so many exciting storylines to follow. Teams are testing their chemistry, young stars are stepping up, and veterans have something to prove. This preseason is setting the stage for a thrilling NBA season ahead. Now, we want to hear from you. Which team or player are you most excited to watch this season? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more NBA updates as the season unfolds. We'll be covering everything you need to know all year long.